What's your reading of Operation Sindoor in terms of who had the edge, who had the upper hand?
I think India clearly came out with the upper hand. It had a clear goal in terms of targeting the facilities it targeted on the first night. It achieved that. Now, whether or not those were occupied and active at the moment, how much degradation took place in terms of those organizations, had many people already gone to ground, had they anticipated, that will only come out over time. But certainly the ability and intent to act, and then when the conflict did not end on those terms on that first night, in the subsequent rounds, again, the ability and willingness to penetrate Pakistani air defenses, to strike a range of air bases, to suppress radars and air defense systems, and to pretty credibly defend their own territory and airspace, really showed a high level of ability and political will to act, and then brought to a close before things potentially escalated too far. So I really think demonstrating that ability, we can't say that the IAF had achieved full air dominance over Pakistani territory. That'd be going too far. But they were carrying out strikes at will, which is a pretty significant sign. So yes, were platforms lost? We don't know exactly how many. We at some point in time will. But I mean, not to denigrate the risks undertaken, but military, you suffer casualties in war. You undertake military operations. You expect that damage will be inflicted, and so that's part of the price and part of the process. It's also why we need to use military force responsibly, because there are real lives at risk. But to say that it was a failure because a plane or two or three were shot down is, in my calculation, wrong.
I will let that be the last word on this part of the show. Walter Ladwig III for joining me here on the Chakravyuh podcast, sir.
Thank you very much.
So the message very clear. On the 10th of May, when Pakistan sought a ceasefire, those were 11 Pakistani air bases down, multiple aircraft, and now that's come out in public domain. An advanced early warning airborne platform 324 kilometers away was downed, and Pakistani air bases across the country. We leave it to you to decide who had the upper hand. I'm very clear about it. India had Pakistan on the mat. For joining me here on the Chakravyuh podcast, many thanks.